The application I want to show you today is the platform called FSM. This is the investment platform to buy stock, ETF, and fund or bond or insurance. Then this is the best tool I've been using to buy an interest or stock. Because when I came to Singapore about 8 years ago, I used to buy an interest using the bank or Citibank or UOB. So how I used to buy the fund from Singapore is I just walk into the UOB branch in Serangoon, for example. Then I just go to the bank officer. Then I just ask for the recommendation what they want to sell. Then whatever they recommend, I just used to buy. Then it happened to the same for the Citibank as well. But the stupid thing I did is that I just didn't study about the unit trust. Then I just follow the recommendation by the bank officer. Then I end up with paying the sales charge, which is up to 3%. But after I come to know about this platform called FSM, then I didn't buy interest using the bank through the bank. So FSM is a tool you can buy all the product using the platform by online and with no sales charge. So I will just go into the detail about this application and I will show you how it works. FSM, from the menu you can see there is a fund, ETF, bond, stock, maps, and insurance. So basically all the fund, not 100%, but the major of the fund that you can buy from Singapore, you can get it from this platform. Then the ETF as well, any ETF listed in the Singapore or Hong Kong or US stock exchange market, you can buy ETF as well. Then the bond is the bond you can buy bond by corporate, by government, and some bond can be junk bond, which is a high yield. They have a lot of choice for the bond. Then the stock is the stock you can buy stock from Singapore exchange market, which is SGX, or you can buy stock from the Hong Kong market, which is known as HKEX, and you can buy the stock from US market, which is from the Nasdaq or New York Stock Exchange market. Then you can buy product called Maps. Maps is kind of the portfolio managed by the fund managers belong to the FSM platform. So they will keep rebalancing the money for you. I'll just show you the detail later. Then the insurance as well. You can buy all the kind of the insurance for all the purpose here. So fund, how I select the fund in this platform, I just go to the top performing fund. Like you can see from here, best performing fund. From the rank from 1 to 10, you will see which fund is doing outperforming for past 1 week. Then now we see the China equity is doing the outperforming. But if you stretch to 1 year, then the United e-commerce fund is doing outperforming, meaning that it give you the return of the 45% for past 1 year. Then if you stretch to 5 years, then the BlackRock World Technology Fund is giving you outperforming. So it's performing the best, which means 21.69% is the annualized the average income, the return. So you are getting 21% return every year, like an annualized average return. So how I select the fund is I just go to the 5 years, then at least each giving us the assurance which fund can give you the return in long term. Yeah, then the ETF, basically from the search function you can search for any ETF or any bond, any fund or any stock. So let's say I just search for the ETF. Then it will just show you, if you drop down from the list, you can see there are a lot of ETF listed in SGX, ETF listed in Hong Kong exchange market, ETF listed in Nasdaq. There are a bunch of the ETF you can find from the drop down. Then if you go to the bond is the kind of criteria actually individual investor cannot approach easily, because they have a very high minimum purchasing volume requirement, like $100,000. So unless you are a very big investor which have a very big capital, then it's very difficult to approach. That's why if I also cannot afford to buy, so I don't put any money in the bond. And the stock, you can buy stock by Nasdaq or NYSE or Hong Kong or Singapore. So basically, you can buy stock listed in Singapore or Hong Kong or in US. Then maps is the portfolio. So you can put your own profile. You can set up your own profile by configuration. If you want to be aggressive, then you can set up your profile as an aggressive investor. Then the fund manager belong to FSM will just do the keep rebalancing of your money. Then they will just run for you. So it's quite passive way, but you can free up your mind. Then if you set up yourself as a conservative investor, then they will invest money conservative way accordingly. Then insurance is the product. You can buy all kind of insurance in the market. Then I will show you how I put the money here and how it works and what is my performance for past 2.5 years. Then I go to my investment holding. Then I didn't put any money into the bond because I cannot afford to have a minimum purchasing amount. But the fund and ETF I bought, my current value is 18K in Sing dollar for fund, and the current value for the stock is 15K Sing dollar. Then if I go to in detail, then it is giving me an idea. So the fund, my current profit is around 6.8%. Then I put the money, which is a total cost as a principal amount. I put the money 17K, and the current value, market value is 18.6K. So it's giving me a profit of the 6.89%, which is quite. It's not good. It's not so bad either, but it's the profit over 2.5 years. So I don't say it's good. Then if you click and it's giving us the breakdown. So in total I have 10 fund. Then out of 10 fund, the bottom one, Threadneedle Global Technology, is giving me a good performance, which is a 39% return. They are investing the stock in US market for the technology, which is about Apple, Amazon, Tesla, the FANG. Then the one giving me the worst performance is a Lion Global Korean fund. So it's quite shame that as a Korean to see my Korea fund is really doing terrible, which is not surprise. So anytime you can put the money using the bank transfer. So you can put the money through the bank transfer to this bank account in FSM. Then it will take some time for the transaction, around 1 to 2 days. Then you can also withdraw the money from here. Actually, I withdraw quite a lot of money from here already. So withdraw meaning that you can sell the fund. Then they will issue you a check by mail. Then it will take around 1 week to get the check in the mailbox. Then you can just deposit the money into your bank account. So it takes around 1 to 2 weeks to get the money into your bank account when you sell the fund, just for your info. Then the stock, my total cost is 11.9, which is around 12K in Sing dollar. And the current market value is around 15K above. So I bought the stock from the Singapore, which is Hong Nai Huat. Basically, I sold all the stock in the past. Then maybe some leftover money from the dividend. They are still having some small money here. It's almost meaningless. And I bought some money. I bought some G stock, which is giving me about 0.5% profit over 2.5 years. The Nvidia is the stock I bought recently, about last year, about 1 year ago. Then which is listed in the Nasdaq. It's giving me 83.5% profit, which is quite remarkable. Then the Xiaomi is the stock I bought about 2.5 years ago as well. Because when I travel to India frequently, I came to know the Xiaomi market share in India is like a number 1. So any Indian you see in the street, they are using Xiaomi. That's why I saw it's quite potential. Then but I didn't study about this company, so I end up with losing the money about 26%. But actually, even last month it was more than minus 50%. But recently, don't know why, but the stock price went up very high. Then I will show you about the charge commission or platform fee they are charging. So I go to FAQ. From this menu under fees and charges, then we can go to our charge. Then if you drop down, then you can see on the number 5 maybe. Then they will give you an idea about what is the overall fee they are levying for all the product. Then for ETF and stock, they are charging you 0.08% of transaction amount. So for Singapore Stock Exchange, Hong Kong, and US, they are charging you the same commission, which is 0.08% as a transaction fee. Or they have a minimum charge of the $10, $10, which means whichever is higher between 0.08% of your transaction amount or $10, they will charge you. Then for the fund, there's no sales charge. This is 0%. This is the money you can avoid. So if you buy the unit trust through the bank or through the agent or broker, you will need to pay the sales charge up to 3%. But here sales charge is 0. This is the good thing about this platform. So you can avoid, and because once you deduct the money of the sales charge 3% upfront, then it will reflect your compound return. Then, but they have a management fee for Maps. Maps is the product I explained to you earlier. That this is the like auto rebalancing by their own fund manager, and they are charging you the platform fee, which is per management fee per year, which is 0.35%, which is quite low as well. So I want to highlight about the two advantage of using this platform. One is you can take your own time to select the unit trust you want to buy, and you can take your time to open the fund fact sheet, which is kind of the data sheet. You can find everything about the fund history, reference, track record, and everything, including management fee and everything. So you can take your own time to study interest one by one in detail. Then you can select. Basically, all the fund, I cannot say 100%, but all the fund, majority of fund the bank is selling in Singapore, you can get it from this platform. And another good benefit is, of course, they are not charging any sales charge, so you can avoid 3%, 1 to 3%, up to 3% the sales charge. This is the good thing about it. So today I just introduced you about this platform, and I hope it can be helpful. Then I hope the people just don't blindly buy the interest from the bank, which is recommended by the bank broker. But I hope you can study more, and you can take your own time to select the proper fund and avoid the sales charge and extra. Thank you for watching this video clip.